All right. So I also found Dead in Vinland. And it's a survival management game mixed with RPG and adventure elements about a Viking family trying their best to survive on a mysterious island. It's from 2018. People recently don't like it, but overall they did. And it doesn't look like it's first person, so we're going to give it a shot. Here we go, hit and play. We will move over one, and let's see if you pick this up. Oop, I have a shield up. And a white screen this time. And not pick this up. This is called Death or something like that. Why are you? Let's go up one. Back. Yes, Dead in Vinland. Okay. Dead. It's close enough. Okay, the first thing we need to do is turn down the volume for the music and the ambient and the interface. Okay. Now let's try new game and see if there's a tutorial. Sure, slot 1 looks great. Name your profile. Sure. And I would like to do a story. Ooh, Theodening mode. It's an endless sandbox rogue-likey mode. Rogue-likey, that's what they wrote. No pesky story, only survival. Anyway, we can only do this one. So our challenge should be a nice vacation, survival, extreme conditions, or custom difficulty. You already know Mom wants the easiest one so we can learn the game. So this gives me a 50% bonus to all skills gained, 10% gain to all states increasing or decreasing, 10% chances to less 10% chance to increase dehydration each night, less chance to catch a disease. It basically just makes it all easier. We're going to choose the tutorial mode, not the true Viking or quick start. And let's go. I'm not muted, right? Okay.
I've always had simple needs.
Coffee break.
A family. A peaceful life. But, like the Skalds sing, you can't always get what you want.
Yes.
What the gods gave me was fire and steel.
Kill the bastard!
They screamed. Luckily, we were warned in time. I can't forget the tears of my beloved Bloodywed when they burned down our house.
I would have mispronounced that.
I yelled, "Drop these bags and row if you want to live."
Okay. So we're gonna
We
row.
barely escaped on a stolen boat, with no map and no destination.
Yeah, I have no destination.
They didn't bother to follow us. No turning back.
They didn't follow us. Must have been no kids in that group.
This is how our miserable journey began. We drifted for days. Depressed, hungry, lost. We thought we had reached the end of the world.
That was a movie.
When the gods sent us the most terrible storm, our fate was decided. Death. Oblivion. Then, we saw it, coming out of nowhere. Salvation? Or Loki's dirty tricks?
Interesting.
The gods are playing with us. But I just know that we must survive.
Yeah, well, we weren't trying to die. I know it might seem contradictory if you watch me play, but that wasn't actually the goal. Okay, we have a black screen. Eric. Bloodwed, Carrie, Moira, where are you? We're here, honey. We're fine. Odin be praised. The All-Father hasn't completely abandoned us, it seems. I wouldn't have bet on it considering the last turn of events. Carrie, are you all right, my child? So there was a child, and yet we still weren't being followed. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, Mum, I'm great. Our home burned. Njord's best storm in our asses and Dad's perfect landing on the sharp rocks of an unknown island. A perfect day. Does anyone else get a feeling that this is a teenager? Should she comfort her? Should someone joke with her? Or should someone scold her? Let's go with joke. In our misery, we can be thankful that we didn't get Njord's rod up our asses. Believe me, honey. Gross. I'm going to throw up. -3 for depression. +5 for a heart. Well, that's cute and all. But what do we do now? Do you have any idea where we are, Eric? I think that's how you pronounce that name? Not entirely positive. No, we drifted far to the west over many days to the end of the world as we know it. Never heard of an island that far to the west. Yes, well, this must be going with the theory that we are not actually on the globe. And they don't know about Oak Island, obviously, either. Okay. So she's just going to drop some dots. That's, I guess, whatever. Are you okay over there, Papalopakis? You're tired? You've had a hard day. Okay. We should explore the vicinity and see if we can find someone that could help us. I hope that someone doesn't turn out to be a frost giant or worse. So there are frost giants. Fantastic. We'll see. The family is still disoriented by the shipwreck, started to look around. They decided to walk away from the sad remains of their ship and explore the woods. Does anyone else see this going horribly awry? Poor Cat, do you need a rescue? Are you okay? Widow Putty Tat! The forest was as silent as themselves. The atmosphere was getting tense when... Look! Over there! A track! Carrie rushed to take the path, but others followed her. They continued like this for almost an hour when they finally found the end of the path outside the forest. Ooh. A wooden shack just there. Isn't that convenient? Absolutely convenient. Doesn't seem to be inhabited though. Oh, extra convenient. It's ours now, or do we look for survivors? We should look for survivors first. You look around for a while when you find 3 piles of dusty bones. One of them has a big hole in its skull. That's a great sign. Here they are. Bones +3. Depression has increased. Yeah, fantastic. You're gonna find them anyway, probably. Okay. Who do you think they were? How did they die? Is the island inhabited? What do we do now? What do we do now? Now we try our best to survive. Okay. There's no hope of turning back to our home. Only fire and steel await us there. So we must start a new life here. It may be a land of possibilities for us as long as we stick together. Oh, they're happy together. I'm thankful to Frigg to be able to endure this hardship with my husband, my dear sister, and my daughter. Yeah, that's what you say now. Without my family, I wouldn't have the will to fight and live. We're here for you, sister, always. Okay, but I still hope this cursed island is inhabited. Time will be very long if it's just the four of us. And we'll need husbands if we want to repopulate the island. Right, Carrie? Erg. No way. Ever. You can stay in bed with your dirty dreams. I'm going to explore this island and make it mine. Listen, everyone, now is not the time for jokes. We still have plenty to do if we want to survive. We still have enough potable water for a few days if we ration ourselves, but we can't rely on that. Okay. I found 2 big barrels that we can use as containers for our water. Woohoo! Something good happened finally. Don't forget, don't drink water coming from the rivers before boiling it. You'll be sick to death. That means we need to build a fire. I only have 1 fire mushroom left. Here, take it. Fire mushrooms? I've been dealing with regular mushrooms. Now there's fire mushrooms. I'm intrigued. Good. We'll need to build a lot of things if we want to settle here. I'll set up a workshop with a few tools where we can work quietly. Quietly. But we'll need resources. Wood, stone, ropes. We can scavenge wood from our ship for now. We still had a bit of food left on it too. We should go fetch it. Yes. But it won't last long. We mustn't rely on that too much. I looked around and found some things we could use. Check it out. She found wood and rope and stone. Good job, Carrie. Look at that. That kid independently did something positive. No one had to stand over their shoulder and tell them about the cat box. We should explore the surroundings some more. We may find food, resources, and whatnot. And beasts and traps. I agree that we should explore, but be careful. We don't know what to expect. Let's start working on this camp. We have plenty to do. Dead in Vinland is a turn-based game. You can always take your time to think. Each day is divided into 3 phases, morning and afternoon, during which your characters can perform various tasks on the camp. And then night, when they discuss, eat, drink, and rest a little before the next day. Okay, do I have to hit the X on this now? Okay. Your most critical resources are your fire and your water. Always keep an eye on their level. Okay? Click on this button to access the water and fire management. Right now, the fire is completely off. You can light the fire using 5 wood and 1 tinder. Once lit, you only need to feed it some wood, then its intensity decreases. Be careful though, without fire, the family won't hold for long. And tinder is pretty scarce, okay? Right, I saw that the fire and water, I don't want to make the fire. Apparently I'm making the fucking fire. They can't survive drinking non-potable water. It needs to be purified. Yes, purify the water. Now is the time to assign some tasks to your characters. There are still some supplies left on the shipwreck. Someone should take care of scavenging it. All the characters can be accessed from the sidebar, and I drag and drop them to their task. Drag Moira. This is Moira. Here, go stand here. Okay, great. We'll see later how to execute all the assigned tasks once everyone has something to do. Someone should take care of fetching some more water. We gotta take I can't these names. Yeah, get some water. And somebody needs to craft, so we're gonna make Eric craft. At least he's obvious. And I have to choose a crafting plan. You're going to choose a crafting plan and make a lumber camp. Sure. That sounds great. Make a lumber camp. And the workshop is currently damaged, which is indicated by the color within the hammer icon on the station HUD. Okay. Fantastic. We've seen this. Click here to have a global view of the camp condition and be able to repair stations. Okay, so he can still build with that right now. We have water and... Okay, so these are... Every station apart from shipwreck and expedition camp deteriorate a little bit every night and every time they are being used by some character. Lower condition means lower efficiency, so be sure to repair them frequently. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, the kid's not doing anything though. Last but not least, exploration. Remember, the family just arrived. Who knows what they'll find? Resources, damage, even people. So, we're going to put Carrie to explore. Finally, all the characters have something to do. You just need to let the time flow and observe the outcome of each activity. Okay. She found some stuff. Wood. Rope. And fabric. Ooh. And raw fish. Fish bait. Must be a cat. Angelica ointment. The Lendine ointment. And she's now tired. And more depressed, of course. Okay. What's he done? Crafting +1. He's used wood. He's used rope. The lumber camp is not even 3/4 of the way done. What has she done? She has miraculously increased the amount of water. We have no clue how. And the exploring child has used some water. And the forest is now 100%. New area discovered. And the beach a little bit. Great. She's now tired. Fantastic. Looks like Carrie just finished exploring a new area of the island. Let's have a look and see what's here. Okay. So we use the map. And click on an unexplored area will mark it as a target for upcoming exploration. Every area contains exactly one thing you can interact with. Exactly one thing. Can everyone here count to 1? Yes, I'm glad the dog passed the test. Okay. Most of these can only be used a fixed amount of time. For example, 2 times. And the red ones indicate you won't be able to do any other actions after. Please note that performing these actions won't affect the time of the day, so you can do as many as you wish. You can also choose to keep some for later. Fantastic. So what do we do have? There's a fruit grove. Okay. We can just go back to camp. Some items are usable, which means they can be used instantly on any character. These are helpful in keeping them up and running, so you should definitely remember to use them. You can access the use item pop-up via the sidebar or by clicking directly on the character. Okay? Oh, look at that. I could use an item. Okay. I don't want to use it. Why do I have to use something? Try using an item on the character who needs it the most, or because you have a personal preference. It's up to you after all. So you have chosen the Angelica ointment, which it tells you what it's for. Swallow a bit to relieve from flatulence. Also protects from the plague. I don't want to use that on her. Where's the other one? This one. Use an item. Yeah, you're more depressed, so you should use it. And yeah, decrease it by 10%. Great. In order to manage properly the family's well-being and efficiency, your most valuable asset is the character sheet, where you can find all the pieces of information you need to about each character. You can access it via the sidebar or clicking on the character. So like, oh, over here. Okay. The health of any character is composed of 5 distinct parts. If any of these goes all the way to 100, the character dies. Wow. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Every task in the camp is associated to a skill, and the character with the highest skill will yield the best results. You should now be able to plan the next phase of your own, on your own. Blah. Leaving the characters to their current tasks or swap them around depending on their skill and needs. Use items, repair stations, etc. Once everything seems fine, just click the next button to end the phase. Okay. So we need to go to the map and choose here. Okay. And let's go to the next. So she gained some scavenging skills and a level and some wood and some rope and some fabric and some raw fish. Fantastic. Arrows. Her constitution's increased. Her fatigue has increased. Yeah. She's totally going. Depression's increased. Yeah. And he has gained crafting skills. The lumber camp is done, which was my goal. The island is covered in beautiful forests, so finding trees is not a problem, but cutting trees and bringing them back to camp is. It enables wood cutting activity for one character. Okay, and the kiddo has... I have no idea. He gains fatigue. He has gained scavenging. More water, more strength, fatigue. And the explorer has used water, figured out the beach, and part of a meadow. Okay. The sun is fading, time for the family to make the final arrangements for the night, during which they will chat, drink some water, eat a bit, and sleep. There is nothing set in stone, but a good rule of thumb is to have some food, approximately 1 potable water per person, and be sure that the fire intensity is high enough that it won't die down during sleep. Okay, where the hell was the fire? Does anyone remember that? What's on the beach? There's some clothes. Okay. Search for the owner. You are the stealthiest, huh? Okay, do it. Those clothes may have been put to dry eons ago, but they were not put there by themselves. You decide to investigate what happened to the owner. You follow the sound of water to a small river. The owner lies there, crushed by a fallen tree. You soon find the cause of his predicament. A beaver dam stands across the riverbed. Death by beavers. What an unlucky bloke. Search the corpse. The corpse is stuck under the heavy trunk, a basket full of laundry scattered near. Most of its contents is tainted with blood, brain tissue, and animal filth. Touching it makes you feel nauseous, but you keep going. Your resistance pays off as you find something of interest at last. You found shoes. And koala nuts. Okay. We're going to take the clothes. Scavenging. You may as well just grab them. You're already here. It's not the theft when you take someone else's garbage, is it? Take everything. You quickly take everything you can. We've gained fabric. While carrying your loot back to camp, you feel the back of your neck itching. Ah, some of the clothes were covered in mold and worms and whatnot. You throw up, clean your mouth with a dirt-covered sleeve, and resume walking, sick of this life. Fantastic. Yep. She's stinky. Okay, back to camp. So, we would like to go to the kids character thing. Can I give her shoes? Great. Thank you. For 5 days. Yeah. Her bio, her skills, fighting, her relationship, her statistics. What do I do with these shoes then? Okay, we have shoes. And can I put them on somebody? You're not going to show me that. Okay, where's the fire? We have tasks to build your camp and scavenge everything from the shipwreck. How are we doing on that? Hide completed things. Yeah, that'd be great. This is camp condition. The shelter is good. The water is good. There's none of that. The lumber camp is good. Okay, where's the fire that I'm supposed to be checking? We did this. This is our inventory. I don't know how we use anything. That's the real question. Maybe if we close this. Fire. Purify more water. Sure. Feed the fire a little. Good. Okay. I think that's fine. And then I really just wanted to do the one thing. I guess end the day. Oh, look how happy they are. Yes. Come everyone, it's time to grab a bite and try to sleep a little. You can start without me. I want to consolidate this shelter some more. You shouldn't overdo it. The shadows are already dancing with us. No, really, I can. I must do it. It's my fault if you... Not again. We already discussed that topic. You don't have to take the blame alone for what is happening to us. And what you heard. Like me, honey, the men that burned our home were after me. They screamed, kill the bastard. I'm the bastard. It's my burden to bear alone. Yep. Why did they call you that? That's a story I'd like to hear. If we weren't close to dying from starvation, of course. We should make traps. The forest must be full of tiny meat on legs. And full of big dangers. I'd prefer you'd stay here with me. There's plenty to do at the camp. In your dreams, Mom. Yeah. Great. Okay, we have some axes, we have some bags. We're good to cut trees in the forest from now on. I'll let you take care of that. I don't have the muscle for it. Great. You can help too, Myra. You must strengthen your body. You're too weak. Yeah, she's going to be doing things. I'm the sister who got the mind and you got the muscle. Oh, look. And I got both. You sure do, child. Cutting trees is tiresome, but hauling them back to camp even more so. Anyone can help, but don't overdo it if you're too tired. You'll just end up hurting yourself. Just want to remind everyone that wood is our main resource for crafting and for keeping our fire. We shouldn't overlook keeping a steady supply of wood. And every night the characters will most likely be dehydrated. The more potable water you give them, the more likely they will rehydrate. Staying dehydrated means penalties, and the dehydration will worsen after the next day. If they reach dehydrated 4 and are still not rehydrated that night, they die. Drag and drop their allocated ration to each of them and finally click on the next button. So, which one's the drinking? That's the bone. That's the sickness. That's the hunger. And that's the sleepiness. None of these are water. Depression, injury, sickness, Hunger doesn't list drinks, and fatigue. So how am I supposed to pick? Fine. We'll just give everybody one. There you go. Did that work? Sure. Because I've got no clue. Anywho, next. Share the food. Okay. Most is perishable and a good portion will rot. That's great. We'll give everybody fish. And I think that's okay, but we should just use this up. Because it's not going to make. Okay. There we go. Next. Traits and effects. They're all getting sick, of course, because I fed them raw fish. Fire has burnt down some. Great. And the weather effects. Okay. So we need to go over to this, and he's gonna get moved. We want him. Well, apparently I have to use a crafting plant. What's the crafting plant? A rest area, a tavern, make a cooking pot. Be great. You don't have enough stuff. A forge? You don't have enough stuff. Yeah, I think what we need to do is send you to get the wood somewhere. So, how do I do this? Is if I move him here, nowhere to put him. Okay. Camp conditions, natural resources. The lumber camp needs somebody to work it though, right? Yeah, go do woodwork. Okay. She's gonna explore. Finish that. And we need to do here to get more water. Another log on. Maybe two. Okay, so she's getting drinks. The other one's foraging. Yeah, I think they're all set. Yep, she scavenged, got us wood, and rope, and fabric, and raw meat, and healing plants. Okay. This one, scavenging, water. Over here, he found 6 woods. And what's she gonna get done? She drank some water. Did an exploration of the beach. Okay. Yeah, she's tired. Of course she is. She returns home running as if she saw a ghost in the forest. Mom, Dad, everyone. Someone. There's someone. A small group of armed men enter the camp. Eric and Bloodwed step up, raising their arms in sign of peace. Wolves at the door. A huge, muscular man walks in front of the group, a giant axe in his hand. 3 skulls hanging from his leather belt. Okay, why don't you take this out and give it a wrench? Maybe. Okay. We'll let him speak up. Welcome, stranger. We come in peace. Our ship wrecked on the shore a few days ago. And he gained courage. Ah, you talk like woman, wimp. Say welcome to my axe, coward. As he says these words, he swings his axe with fury, wounding a surprised Eric. Then everyone charges into battle. They are Vikings. Who will fight? Let's go with you. You. Apparently that's all I can choose. Okay. Fights are turn-based. Characters have an initiative. Value determining the turn order. Same initiative equals random order. You can check with turn order at the top of the screen. Okay. About your health. Your characters have 2 health bars. The lost gray hearts above 10 hit points won't have any lasting consequences at the end of the battle. But each red heart lost will be more injury and chances to get wounded. Okay. You need to send me a request, kiddo. Battle skills. Each skill requires its character to be in a given row to be used. They can easily switch between melee and ranged rows by using the move skill. But be aware that one can't be considered in the range row if there isn't anyone in the melee. Okay. Let's try it. So, okay, I wasn't trying to click on her like that. Sure, why are you not in the melee? We need to move him up. How do I move him up? Move. Yes. Okay. Targets an enemy in the melee row. Yes. Do this. End turn. And her. She can do an axe throw or a chop. I would like you to do a chop. You have nothing. Okay. He's going. Oh, it's my turn again. Okay. We have a shield bash, a turtle strike, a impenetrable wall, shield, and she can taunt them. I think the shield bash would be best. Do that. I didn't see her move. Nor have I seen anyone lose hit points on their side. We have out of reach, 2 to 3 damage. All enemies in a row, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. This one. Don't want you to swap row. And somebody's breathing in my ear again. My goodness, you'd think it was the dog. Okay. We have a 2 to 4. 1 to 8. 1 to 8. Yeah, do that. Okay, so I have to click up there on them. Now that I understand this, hopefully it will improve us. Look at that. Okay. It was almost like I figured it out. We have... One to 2, 2 to 3. Oh. No, it was this one. Okay. And she has nothing for that because that's a range. And this one, any in the melee row, any in the melee. An ally to increase their dodge. Okay. End her turn. We have in the melee all enemies in any row. Uncanny litany. All enemies in all rows lose 1 to 2. So they can lose 1 to 2, well, that's the best we can do. Okay. And that's all she's got. Then he goes. And he got a buff. Okay, you have to be in the melee, in the melee, in the melee. So this would increase him basically as a buff and the melee. Okay, he's gonna step back and he should do a buff on him. Okay. And then that's the end of his. And now she can hit. That's an ally. Definitely want to move you back. Ally. Okay, so what's this one? Any enemy in the melee. He's not, well, he isn't a melee. Okay. And now she's got to move back. You've got this one. Hit him again. You missed. Okay. And now Moira's gonna step back. And she can. That's 2 to 3. 1 to 3. Look at that. She actually did something useful. Do it again. Good. And it is 2 to 3, 2 to 2. There we go. A crit of 4. It is over. First blood. Win your first fight. A Steam achievement. And what do we gain? Yeah, they're injured. Of course they're injured. What the heck? Crap meal. Okay. The whole family fights valiantly until the giant man enters the fray with a loud, terrifying laugh. And now the slaughter, he screams. Who will fight? These 3. Okay. He's dead. We killed him. Of army. That's not looking good. He hits for a lot of damage. Yep. And you're gonna die anyway, so what's the difference? Yep, there she goes. We died. We have been defeated. No one's surprised. The giant man is covered in blood, sweat, and tears, his eyes twitching frenetically. Har, har, har. See who's your master. Freaking weakling. I'm Bjorn, head cleaver fools, and everything's on that island is mine. So you are mine, mud eaters. I'll explain just once, cause me don't like the talking. So keep your ears opened. You will live until I decide you're of no use to me. Then your tiny freaking heads will add to me collection. Every 7 moons, one of my stupid underlings will come. You'll pay him tribute. Understood? You're already lagging behind. I want 10 wood in 5 days. If I'm happy with what I receive, you may live another week. Or maybe not. Understood, dimwits? Your life's mine and no way out, only for the valleys of hell. Har. And a last piece of advice. There are men of mine patrolling the woods. They'll attack you on sight. Can't help it. They must pay tribute too. So it's M or Ya. Farewell, peasants. If we meet again, believe me, it won't be a good sign for your stupid head. And then they left. And the four didn't dare move for a while, even after Bjorn and his men were out of sight. After checking if everything was more or less fine, they silently returned to their tasks. Was it shame or pain? No one was in the mood to talk about what happened. I'm going to check on Mom while they do a depression thing. Oh, look. Mom's over her time limit. Let's refresh Mom. Here she comes. She's a loading. Okay. Where was I at when this happened? I don't remember. Okay, so it's the end of the night anyway. We need to go over to the fire thing. We should purify more water. Okay. Put on some more wood. Okay. Now, do you have an option to cook? Not yet, right? Because we didn't make the cooking thing. Oh, we have something here. Hang on a second. Let me get Mom where she needs to be. That should be perfect. Yes. Okay. So, an ornate coffer. Inspect. You whistle when you examine the chest. It's almost in perfect state and craftsmanship is exquisite. The antlers have been polished and circled in gold. The intricate carving shows great mastery of woodworking. Even the choice of wood is luxurious. Makes you wonder if the inside matches the outside. We can open it carefully. We should check the surroundings first. Let's have her do that. Something bugs you. The chest seems to have been abandoned not that long ago, in plain sight. Search for anything unusual. Get a skill check, and not necessarily a trap, is it? Maybe something happened to the owners. They took a break and were attacked. You look for clues on what happened. You venture far from the chest, but still find nothing. At least, it means it's not a trap. With that in mind, you walk back. Okay? While you were away from the chest, someone smashed it open and looted everything valuable inside. Of course it did. Yep, and you shouldn't have left it unguarded. Somebody else should have been with you. Okay, back to camp. And we had the 3 meat, and there's something else there for somebody to eat. Yeah, I think we're good. The shelter status is okay. How does that work? Yes, we have to build the cooking pot, which is hopefully a tomorrow task. Okay, let's end the night. Oh, she didn't scavenge? She found wood, yes, and rope. And fabric. And cheese. And bandages that look like they've been used. Yes, courage, depression, yes, all the things. She found water. Yep. Forestry. Wood, great. Strength. He gained a level. Fatigue and depression, all the other crap. Yep. She drank water and discovered the meadow. New area. Yes. And Parva Beach. Fatigue. Okay. Let's check this one out. There's a wheat patch. Harvest. 41. You win. You search for the best looking sprouts to bring them back to camp. You grab a fistful of wheat and carefully cut the wheat at the ground. Once you've enough, you tie the bundles into sheaves. Okay. And she got seeds. Okay. We're going to leave the other one. And fire. Purifying. Okay. Another log on the fire. Okay. I think that is it for today. We should talk about, you know, it hurts so much. I'll lose my leg for sure. She wasn't even in the fight. Don't exaggerate, child. Moira, can't you do something for our wound? Here. These are my last potions. Don't waste them on Carrie. She's young. She'll get over it. Meh. Mom. Sorry I couldn't protect you all. It's not your fault, Dad. They were just too strong. When I said I hoped that the island was inhabited, Loki spoke through me, I guess. We're still alive, so there's still hope. There's always hope. What do you think? Was he serious about his tribute thing? I think he was dead serious. We should prepare for this week's payment. 10 wood. You're very silent. What do you think? I was thinking about the future. We'll be fine. We'll work hard and we'll deliver the tributes. I'm sure of it. Renouncing. Yeah, another ray of hope is that we may find some helping hands on the island. Or another foe. But I agree, we should definitely explore the island and find some help. If you're on our own, we are an easy prey. Yes, you said it, Mom. Tomorrow, I'm out of this damn camp. Okay. We've gained more quests. We are going to give everyone a water. Next. Apparently some people needed more. Non-perishable, okay. Someone could have this. Someone this. Someone this. And someone that. And you're still the hungriest. That, so we'll give you... Okay. And they're all getting sicker. And the dog is snoring louder. Next. Okay. Fantastic. I wanted to come over here and see if we had an option to make the cookie thing. The harvest, the cooking pot. This requires stones. Okay. You have a way for me to get stones yet? No. I could build a mining camp. That would be the thing to do. Okay. So we will bring him back over here to do that. And do this one, which okay. Next. What's she gonna find? Wood, rope, fabric, dried meat, Cure potion. And he gains crafting skill, uses a bunch of materials, and gets halfway there. And she gets water. Oh, look, a level. That's right, I wanted to go through and check and see if I get to do anything with the levels. And she finds the beach. And most of a forest. Okay, if I go to your character sheet. Yeah, I know you have different skills and crap. I have the wrong character. She's the only one who's not level 2. Oh no. And you're 4. Wow. So if she has leveled up, she can learn Survivalist, Fast Injury Recovery, Apprentice Healer. Yes. Okay. So her traits, she has gained this. Okay. You will gain gardening? Yeah, I think gardening. And yes. You battle, apprentice lumberjack, gardening, acrobat. Let's just make you do it. Okay. Is that all? She has more. She could gain agility, a constitution. Yeah, let's go with fatigue. She can gain damage resistance, call of treasure, mining accuracy, call of treasure. Okay. And no one is changing tasks currently? I don't know about that. How's the water situation? And we've gained this. Inspect it. An old barrel resting on the shore. It seems empty and useless. Okay. Search for loot first. Who has the highest chance of scavenging it? Yeah, let's load this one. Whatever the barrel contained, the sea claimed, but maybe the waves didn't carry the contents too far. She's gonna dig under the barrel. And she passed. And yes, of course, she's more tired. A shimmering light in the sand catches your eye. You dig a little and find iridescent stone, warm to the touch. Okay, she got a fire crystal. Foul-smelling potion. And apparently we lost the ability to get lumber there. Okay. Let's go to the next. Because that's all they're doing today. Yep, she found more wood. And rope. And fabric. And raw vegetables. Awesome. Leather bottle. Yeah, your depression levels are getting really high. You're gonna die soon. Mining camp is done, which is good, because now you can go get rocks. Yep. And we finished the forest. And most of the meadow. We have an encounter. Okay. You two have the highest health. Oh, this looks different. Okay. So, she 90% 1 to 4. 2 to 3. Take that. And that one. Okay. Why did she move up a row though? So you can do a 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 1 to 8, 1 to 3. Good. He's now gone. Can you do it again? No. So we'll do that one then. Okay, whose turn's next? We can do... This is it. Okay. You should do it again. Okay. Okay, so didn't get a turn there. She can shoot this one. And now it's done. Oh, she got a pierced eardrum. But she's gonna heal in 7 days. Okay. So, we have this to check out. The tinder tree. To inspect. You stumble upon a large tree covered in fungus. It's the only nearby tree in such a state. You wonder why. Is it because of the golden sap leaking from the bark? No, you could check the fungus, sure. We could just wait on that too. Okay, back to camp. Okay. Up here. Okay. And I wanted to go back to the crafting thing and see. He's gonna have to go get rocks first. That was over here. So he's gonna be on rocks next. Okay, end of day. I found a good spot not far from here. A good spot for what? A mining spot. There are plenty of good sturdy rocks and an iron vein. That's a good opportunity. If we want to make sturdier buildings and tools, we'll need those. But it's so heavy. I'll leave it to strong men. I'm not able to mine these things. You could help, Moira. I can, so I don't understand why you couldn't. But you're more manly than I am. Manly. Aha. It's true that Mom is scary sometimes. Wow, stop it right here, girls. Don't be upset, dear Eric. You've married a manly woman. It's not a problem, you know. Moira. Let her talk. She's always been jealous of me. I don't know why. You don't know why. Ah, that's the best one. Look at yourself, sister, and you'll know why. Good night. Okay. What's wrong with her? Nothing, honey. She's tired, like all of us. Moira, you who are an adept of the secret meanings, do you think the gods have abandoned us? I don't know. The runes aren't clear, and I sense a disruption surrounding this island. I feel very far away from the gods, but maybe nearer than ever at the same time. It's strange. You think it has to do with the storms that constantly hit us while at sea? I believe they aren't the cause of the disturbance. Maybe a side effect? There's definitely something in the air. Whether we should find the source of it or flee like hell, I cannot say. An adventure. If we can find the secrets to Thor's mighty strength or Skadi's swiftness, I say we should seek it with all our heart. Let's hope that you don't find Loki's tricks along the way, sweet. Okay. The days effects. So. What, like I can't give him an extra? Okay. It'll be what it'll be. Okay. There we go. We're out, pretty much. And they don't need that. Okay. Yes, you're dying. You're all dying. Oh, he lost a sprained foot. So did she. Okay. The day is sunny. Fantastic. Okay. And we're gonna go over here. And we're gonna put her this. And I wanted to check what would help that. It doesn't have a fixie thing. Okay. Oh, and she's angry, yeah. What do we have in here? Roll to current position, can't use an item. So, here's poor eyesight. Keeps you awake. Smells. Okay. I guess we'll just go with the first. Okay, so she got more wood and rope, scrap meals, and koala nuts. And a level. Skilled survivor. Get a character to level 5. I want a Steam achievement. Wood. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're all very tired. And she dislocated her shoulder. Mm-hmm. Mining. 2 stones. Seriously, that's it, and an iron. Yep. You used water. And you gained a level. And you finished the meadow. And a chunk of the forest. Great. Oh, we have another encounter. Okay. Yep. And she can shoot at this one. And she should step back. Okay. Apparently it's not our turn. While they're going, let me check on Mom. She is okay for a little bit longer. Okay. Is it our turn yet? One of the guys disappeared. I know I didn't hit him that well. Okay. She should step forwards. And then she has a 1 to 3, a 0 to 3. We'll do the 1 to 3. She missed. And the end of her. Okay, it's his turn. 2 to 4. 1 to 8. That was the one I wanted. Of course he missed. And he's got a decent chance of that one, so we'll do that one. At least 1 damage? Really? Kinda sucked. Alright, the bow. And this one is a dodge increase. Any enemy in a row. Okay. You do that one at least. I've been doing nothing. Okay. And he moved back. Okay. He's got his 0 to 8. 5, that's not bad. What are our choices now? This one could kill him. 1. Let's hope we get him a turn. She's got a 0 to 3 and a 1 to 3, and that should kill him. And she gets him for 3. Yay! Okay, what now? Okay, I was gonna come over here and see about a cooking pot. Can't happen without one more rock. That was the next goal. Okay. We go over here. Shelter. Check status. It's fine. Okay. We're gonna move her back to the water. And comes if I stick her in there. Okay. Sure. What was over here? Mysterious grave. Inspect it. You see a large structure of piled stones. Some are carved with glowing runes. Some bones are piled in front of the main structure covered in chains. There's no doubt for you that the whole thing serves a funeral purpose. Okay, look for clues. What this one do? You closely inspect the tomb looking for clues of who it might belong to. Gonna fail that skill check. No, she made it. From the look of it, the tomb belonged to a mystic or a priest serving one of the Norse gods. She's going to pray. You pray to the god the deceased used to serve. You feel some kind of connection for a moment, but it soon fades. She is less fatigued, higher charisma. You close your eyes and take some time to reflect on the frailty of life. As you open them, you notice a strange glowing crystal hidden behind some rocks. You take it. She made it to 100% depression. Will she die? Yep, she died. Death in Vinland. Lose a character. Another team achievement for Mom. On day 4, after the exile of our beloved Moira committed suicide. The situation was too much for her to bear. Fantastic. When the others found her dead, Carrie shed a tear. Eric was a bit sad, and Bloodwed shed a tear. She scavenged the shipwreck 7 times. That's the only functional thing she did. Game over. Everyone died. I survived 4 days. Because one person died, everyone died. Anywho, the question is, would I replay this? And I just don't think so. It wasn't bad. Would I say that it was? Yeah, that's about it. Definitely worth a one-time play if you happen to have it in your Steam library, though. All right, let's quit this. Yes. And we will come over to Steam. This was Dead in Vinland. And we are going to uninstall it. All right. What's next?